Hey, George, did you say the condoms are in here?
Mate, they're fucking in there.
Oh, no, man. I'm not finding any... Oh. What's this?
Oh no. That's the forbidden episode where we tested our friendship.
Oh, dude. I don't think we released this one, hey?
Dude, no, I don't think we did.
Should we do it? Oh, I don't know if anyone wants to hear that one. What did we say? Why don't we find out together?
I mean, shit. Chuck that shit in, boy.
Oh. Just vomit on the mic. That sounded awful. Uh-oh.
This is sponsored by... This podcast is sponsored by my vomit. Go. Freestyle Riz.
Give me a topic. Give me a topic to freestyle Riz.
Okay. You're at a library and you need a Riz, a girl.
Okay.
That is reading
books.
Hey, baby.
But remember, you're in a library, so you have to whisper it.
Sorry. All right, let's... Should we role play then? Is that where
We can do role play.
Right. Hey, baby, what are you reading?
Oh, you know.
Wait, no, I shouldn't start with baby. Hey. Wait, no, don't start with baby. All right. Sorry, excuse me. Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, Sky.
Sorry, I see you reading, but
I'm just I'm reading the new Harry Potter book.
yeah, which one?
Which one? Is it The Chamber of Secrets?
Oh my god, that's my favorite.
Oh, no.
You know what I'd love even more though?
Go on.
I'd love to see your Chamber of Secrets.
What the fuck, man?
Oh, sorry.
Hold on, wait. What the fuck? I'm just trying to read.
Ravenclaw, aren't you?
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Damn.
I've never read I've seen a Harry Potter film because it was on TV when I was young, but I've never read or seen a Harry Potter film. At least not the entirety.
You've not seen a Harry Potter film?
Number one, it was on TV, like I said.
Sure.
So I had to see bits and pieces.
Do you reckon Dobby was raped? Honest.
Well, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, was Dobby being sexually abused by his
Again,
master?
I've just
Dobby
been...
So the little elf, he's like, oh, Dobby's master.
Dobby is this little
He's
elf.
an elf and he's a slave.
He pulls-
and the only
he
way an
pulls
elf
up
gets
every now
free
and
is
then.
by being given a piece of clothes. And then they're free.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, that's why Harry gives him a sock and he's like, oh, Dobby's been freed.
Freed
He's like,
from what?
Dobby's not a slave.
Freed from what?
That's like the curse that house elves are all slaves until they're given a piece of clothing.
So he can't just like grab a sock and be like, well,
No, it has to be
He
given.
can't just gaslight
It has to be
them. They're
given
like,
because he's got to be a good little boy.
Well, because imagine you find your slave going through your fucking clothes drawers.
Well, no,
You'd be
you
like,
just-
I'm killing
Be
you
like, where
now.
the fuck did you get that sock? I was like, oh, well, I remember you gave
Dobby's
me
a
that sock.
little-
You actually gave me that sock? Yeah.
Gaslight them.
I'm leaving now.
And you're like, oh, fuck. Okay.
It's just like a little Eshe just living in your house.
Dobby and Eshe.
Yeah.
Imagine if Dobby was an Eshe. Oi, cunt, what do you want to clean next? Like, what? How'd that go? What do you get an
Oh,
elf
you
to do?
fucking just give me a piece of your fucking tea in, cunt.
He's like, Dobby, can you clean my kitchen? He's like, oh, yeah, you got a fucking ciggy though, cunt. Eh?
Oh yeah, that's gonna cost you, mate.
Oh, Dobby's been fucking freed, cunt. Damn.
Anyways,
So, we could travel a bit into the past with this one.
oh well, we sure can. Maybe not too far in the past.
We've got a friendship test coming up a little bit later where we've written down questions and going to see how well the boys know the other boys. But for now, do you guys have any stories?
Sure
Who
do.
wants to go first? Rock, paper, scissors?
Of me and you. That's it.
Us? No, and Blake.
Oh, yes.
He's a part of this too.
Sorry.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh.
I don't think I've ever done rock paper scissors that way.
It's a three-way.
Yeah.
So we all won.
We all
So
won. So we're just skipping the
we'll
stories.
all tell
then.
our stories at the exact same time. Let's do it again.
All right, ready? All three of us.
Okay, ready?
Like you two.
Rochambeau.
shoot.
Paper, scissors, shoot.
I saw yours both paper and they still went right. I'll go first then. The other week I went to a 21st, good friend of mine.
Nice.
Went to a 21st and
What's your friend's first, second, last name? Date
And
of
their
birth,
address
social
and the
security?
funny numbers on the back of the
their
card.
name is...
I think that'd just be funny if you said it all.
Yeah, why not? I mean, shout out. Basically, we show up to the venue, and it was a bit of an odd venue because it was like cornered off. So they originally booked a previous venue, couldn't get it last second, so they had to scramble around. Anyways,
Scramble.
it was sectioned off on this pub, And basically, it was in the corner of this pub, and it had this sign that was stopping patrons from getting through. Just a one sign.
Oh, what did the sign say?
Nothing. It was like, do not enter.
Oh,
But you could easily
was
step
open.
around
You could
it.
easily step around it.
oh, I see.
But one guy stepped through it and knocked the sign over and was just obviously pissed. Walked through, and then people were like, "Oh, hey, like you got to leave. Like, don't go through here." And he just had a dart in his mouth. Didn't do anything about it. Was sort of very smug, just an absolute dickhead. And then he apparently got thrown out of the party. And then, according to my girlfriend, another party broke out on the smokers area.
Party.
A party broke out.
Wait, what did I just say?
Like everyone just started like boogieing. Like, fuck, you want a fucking party, cunt? Bang.
Where did you just go? What?
You said a party broke out.
Okay, I'm going to see
A fight?
a fight broke out.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
Well, there you go. So another, apparently, according to my girlfriend, a fight broke out in the smokers area.
Right, nice.
And she was calling security, like, get him out. And then there's a party going on.
Oh, that was better than ours. Can we join? And then the guy with the cigarette's like, nah, you can't enter.
My party, my rules.
Yeah, he's so petty. He starts a party better than yours because he wasn't invited. That's so funny.
So yeah, all that was happening outside, and I was speaking to this lady in her mid-40s that had just shown up to the party. She was like a
Wait,
random
the party
lady
or the
that
fight?
broke through. So she
Okay.
wasn't. No one knew her, and she was wearing this sun visor that said "Cunnies." Oh, I should have pulled it out. It's in my car, but it had the sun visor.
Oh, so you have it?
Yep.
Oh, spoiler alert.
What?
How do you have those? How do you have that? George.
Anyway, so she had a sun visor on.
The brim.
Yeah, the sun
Yeah.
visor brim. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it said "Cunnies" on the front of it, and she just finished up with an engagement party. And I
Like
was talking to her.
CUNNIES. What does that mean?
Cunt sunnies?
I don't know, Cunnies.
Okay, anyway.
Anyways, yeah, she was just there. I was speaking to her, and she was very much like a know-it-all. You would say something to her, and she'd say, "Oh yeah, done that. Do this, do this, do
Oh,
that."
actually, okay, yeah, I understand how you would think that, but how that really happened was, yeah.
One of those. Anyways, I didn't get pissed off, but I was a bit like, "Spell conscientious," and she,
Well, you know what? Smell conscientious. So.
yeah, that's just what came to mind.
No, that's not what he said. You know what? Smell conscientious. You're like, oh, yeah, you know, they smell conscientious.
And then she was like, oh yeah, went to spell it, and I was like, wrong. She got it wrong.
Damn.
And
How do you spell it?
CONSCIENTIOUS.
I'm going to pull it up, and then I'm going to get you to spell it out again. Oh!
Wait, what? Is that 50
For
Cent?
viewers, that was a meme of 50 Cent that Jack just showed.
50 Cent Shack.
All right, spell it out, George.
CONSCIENTIOUS.
Nice work, George. Damn.
Little party trick, and then
Party trick.
yeah, girlfriend comes back, and then
Yeah, I can spell a couple things. What's your party trick?
Wait, guys, you want to see this? C-O-N.
Well, no,
Everyone's
no.
like, oh,
The party
shit.
trick is you have to get the other person to say it, spell it.
Is that a party trick or a party prank?
Well, it's a bit of both.
Okay. Keep going. I'll bring it up later because I don't want to keep this story going any longer than
Yeah.
we
So-
distracted it from.
I like where it's gone.
And then I think she just fucked off. And then my girlfriend came back and she just informed me that while I was with this lady trying to spell conscientious, all the fights were breaking out. And I had no
So there's
idea about
multiple
it.
fights.
There was the two, yeah.
Wait, the two?
The guy that got kicked out and then the fight that broke out in the smokers area. The ones I
The
previously
guy got
told.
kicked out, started fighting.
Well, he was like kicking up a storm, yeah, apparently.
Oh, and
So
then
was he
left.
fight number one or fight number two?
He was fight number one.
Okay, right.
And
So
then-
damn. Were the party peoples involved in these fights?
No. I don't think so. I think it was just the friend group or I
Just the
don't know.
smokers.
I wasn't there.
Just the degenerates.
So you were like, babe, there was 3 fights here.
You should have seen that battle
You
I
should have
just
seen
won.
the battle I was having. I was having a spelling bee competition.
Yeah. You should see the scars I walked away with.
Just like letters all over you.
What? Nice.
So that's
Damn.
my story.
That is funny. That's a good story. Nice. So what were you going to say before? You were like, actually.
Well, because I think this episode theme was talking about how well we know each other. What's my party trick?
Oh,
Oh, shit. I know this one.
your party.
Do I
Well,
know this one?
there's one there's something to do with my body.
Oh, okay.
No,
It's not juggling, is it?
Nah. Well, I feel like you already knew
I
that.
feel like you can do the eye thing where you go, and then
Is it making your face go bright red?
No. There's something I can do
Is it just your
in my
penis size?
upper body.
Is it just, I got 10 inches?
oh,
No,
you
like-
can like do something with your shoulder or something.
Really?
It's getting there.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
shit.
can you can
Wait,
it
do I know
pops
this,
out.
Blake?
You should.
Yeah,
Well,
like-
I swear I said I've done it.
Yeah, it pops out, and you're like,
Yeah, I've got a double jointed shoulder.
that's it. Yeah.
Do you? I don't think I
From
knew
birth.
that. Well, I'd hope so. Otherwise, it was an injury. In which case, you should probably get a fix.
So yeah, I can dislocate my shoulder so that it creates like a little dip in the shoulders pit
Yeah,
there.
that's
so
right, yeah.
that this detaches and there's like a little dip in my shoulder, a little hole.
I don't
Not
think you've ever
through,
shown me
obviously,
that.
but
It goes through to the
It
ribs.
sounds like a superpower.
you can see through your arm.
You're like, wait, do I have heart disease? No, I'm fine.
Yeah, it's like
I'm fine.
a
Get a
gifted
flashlight.
superpower that you should treasure.
Yeah. I don't think... Can you do that for the camera? Audio listeners, you're going to have to watch the YouTube to see a hole that goes through.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Oh, damn.
I want to see it again.
So like,
Oh, shit. Does it hurt? Okay, so he's moving his shoulder, and then... Can I poke it, please?
Yeah.
Oh, Jack's just fingered it.
Oh,
Come out.
yeah, I felt it come out. Blake just let me finger his shoulder.
I'm not gonna put
See, my party trick is I have 3 nipples from birth. And
Well, yeah, sure. I pierced a hole in.
no, I gave myself
Yeah,
the
yeah.
4th.
I need 4.
Sometimes I think I don't know how the 4th one arose because from birth, my family knew I had 3 nipples. But then the 4th one, I feel like has just appeared like in the last 4 years.
It's like how
I just noticed
it's
it.
like how you grow. A mole might be small, but eventually, as you grow in length,
But to only notice it.
in time,
just have a stripe.
in time, your body eventually
Just black, eventually.
your proportions get bigger, so the mole technically gets better. So your nipple
Or
would-
brown.
Yeah, but then say from the age of like 16 onwards, you're probably roughly the same size you're going to stay. So why only when I was like 21 did I notice it?
I don't know.
You don't give a single fuck, George.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Next one, Blake.
Yeah, so
Cool. Nice.
where we
I
going?
would say another party trick is the belly roll. That's always a good one.
Oh, another. That's just your one.
That's just-
Wait, what's your other one?
Conscientious.
Conscious.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, true.
Come on, Jack.
Yeah, true. Yeah, my bad. True. Belly roll. You kind of have to.
Ah.
He's the one that brought it up.
Oh, guys, please.
No.
Guys, don't make me.
No, surely.
No, guys.
No, it's all right, George. You don't have to.
No, I'll do it. Maybe at the end of the party. You
Stick
gotta stick around.
It'll be
Or
in the
skip 2.
Or watch the trailer.
True.
All right, so
I'll do it.
now we have to see whose story's next.
I feel like
True.
do I just opt to go first because then it's not going to be as good as yours.
Go on, so it's the least memorable because it's in the middle, so no one notices if it's not good.
I don't care.
Yes, you do. Deep down, you do.
Okay.
Like deep
Well-
down, you care.
Oh, not really.
You do. Maybe that's the problem.
The problem that I don't care.
Maybe you need to care more about this show, about the sausage sizzle. The 5 people listening right now, if we want to be true to them, you need to care more about this show, Blake. And that starts now. Channel your love. Channel your love for Sizzle. Channel your love for George and I. Channel your love for making people smile.
And
Come.
I was thinking that.
Okay. So, was that Paramount?
We love it there.
We love it. It was good, So we went there to film some interviews, and you boys were there for that one. And I kind of opted out a little bit through because Well, we already had a few drinks, and I was okay. And then Adrian, asks, the DJ at Paramount, one of the DJs there, he asked, and I had no idea what this was for, but he asked one of us. He had a drink in his hand. He's like, "Who wants to scull this drink?"
Yeah, he offered it to me first because every time he plays the T-Pain, is it T-Pain song? No, it's DMX.
Oh, it's like shots.
Yeah, that one. Every time he plays that, he gets someone
Gets
to
the crowd riled up. Anyway,
Yeah.
So he just asked me, "Do you want to scull this drink?" I think you were like,
I was like, "Oh no, I
so
can't."
he-
But I was like, "No, I
he
can't."
asked
But
Jack-
Blake can.
Asked me, and I was like, oh,
Did he
no,
ask you?
but Blake can.
Well, when he asked me, I was like, "Oh no, Blake can." And then he probably asked you, and you're like, "No, Blake can." We're like, "Yeah, Blake can scull this drink."
well, he just asked if I
Yeah,
wanted to
that's it,
scull
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck yeah, right."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, he's like, "No, they're gonna do it on stage." I'm like, "Oh."
Because you were in the toilet, I think, and then you came back from the toilet. And you're like,
In the side the toilet,
I don't want to do the shot. I don't want to do the
you were like floating. I'm stuck.
floating in the toilet. I would be so scared if I saw that in Paramount.
So yeah, so it's a Smirnoff Ice, and you know, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it when this song ends." So he pulls it down, pulls the song down, pulls the song down. The song. So on the DJ decks, you have to pull down the slider for the song to.
That's it.
So then he's like, "Yeah, go," and then I hop up onto the stage and I start sculling this drink, and then I made the mistake of doing like a vortex situation, but because it's a Smirnoff Ice, it was like 20% left, and then I vortexed it, and then it all filled with foam, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" And then it looked full, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" Well, I just kept sculling, and I was like almost gagged mid skull, and I was like, "Fuck!" And then I got it all down eventually.
Oh, this is one hectic trailer.
Oh fuck!
I was just seeing the trailer right there. I was like,
Got it all down. And then yeah, not good. So then I sat down behind the DJ decks, and I was like, not
yeah,
good.
you sat down. You actually sat down.
Yeah.
You crouched. You're like,
More so because I didn't really want. I don't know. It's just like that attention part of the thing. I was like, oh, I don't really like. just
everyone's like, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it was a bit odd.
And
you
then,
know?
my God, you didn't finish
and then
your
when
drink,
you when
man.
you like fucked it and you're like, nah, I can't finish it. And you stepped down. There was like, because I was filming it, there was someone that walked over to like the fucking
front of the
the
stage.
front and saw us filming it and was like
thumbs
to the
down.
camera,
down.
giving a double thumbs down to the camera.
Damn. And you're like, well, oh no, I shouldn't say that.
What?
I won't say it.
On that note, I tried burping it all up, but it sat very weirdly. And mind you, I wasn't drunk. I had a few drinks, but I wasn't drunk. And then I went to the toilet and I yacked a little bit up. And then I hit the tack-yak, and then the whole stream and all the night's drinks just came out, and I was tapped out for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Yep.
So George and I continued filming, and you were like cradled behind the decks, like.
Get me home. Get me home.
But
And every time there'd be like someone like cheering, you'd be like, oh.
And then the shots come out again. You're like, no.
Yeah, and then we had shots after that.
Well, no.
No,
Did we?
I didn't.
Never mind, I made that up.
But next week
Oh,
comes around, you guys aren't there. I'm doing the regular,
True.
just filming of Paramount. And I redeemed myself. So Adrian asked if I
yeah,
wanted to do
true,
it.
yeah.
If I, at that point, I had not had any drinks that night. I rocked up, and I had one of the bar cards that we get. I had one drink, vodka Red Bull, just to get some energy. And then Adrian's like, "Do you want to do another skull?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck." And then like PTSD kind of runs through my head. I'm like, "Oh, no,
memory's
I can't do that right now." I like, get back to me in like 20, 30 minutes when I've processed and I've maybe had another few drinks. He's like, "No, we're doing it right now." I'm like, and he's like, "Yeah, do you want to do it with me?" I'm like, "Fuck."
You can't say no.
I'm like, I can't do it with a Smirnoff Ice though. And I'm like, "But a beer?" He's like, "Done." So because he already had a Smirnoff Ice, he's like, "Fuck it, I'll do the Smirnoff Ice. You have a fucking beer." So he goes back, gets a beer, and then we scull
Yeah,
it
because I
together.
guess if you would have had the Smirnoff Ice, it would have definitely been like a
I
whole
feel like I could have done
replay of
it. Could have done it, but just wouldn't have like fizzed it
I
up.
feel like I'd skull that easier than a beer. I can't skull
Really?
beer.
I'm the same. I feel like I can skull Smirnoff
I can
a
skull
lot better
soda,
than a beer.
but like the beer.
You know what is good though? Those what ifs.
I could skull a what if any time of the
I could
day.
skull a
What if hard
anytime.
seltzer? Visit www.whatifhardseltzer.com.au. Editor's note here: we recorded this episode a little while ago, so the actual domain now is drinkwhatif.com. And enter code SNL for 10%
just
off.
www dot
Yeah.
or
www.
www dot.
If you do the wrong one, it automatically redirects you.
www.
That's the
Does
beauty
it?
of the internet.
Really? I did not know that.
I might have just made that up.
A few wrong characters and you go and end up on a bad website.
Try both, because it's worth the experimentation. It's worth that extra time
Actually,
that it
that's
takes
how
to get there.
scammers get you.
Oh, really?
Same with Instagram handles.
But
It's like
even
they
if
do
the
it with-
scam is scamming you, if you use that code SNL for 10% off, then the scammers take less of your money.
the smart scammers will make so like a capital mainly in well, I mean it's not applied to
Capital I looks like a lowercase L.
That
Yeah.
not so much applied in digital HTTPS like code, but or like Instagram handles, HTTPS colon forward slash
Yeah.
www addresses.
The URL.
So yeah,
we
not
call
so
that.
much applied to that, but those kind of things, they make it look
Yeah, very similar.
very similar. So then when you
Sure.
enter it wrong or you fuck it up, you're on the wrong site and you enter your card details and then they sell it and then you get fucked over.
Have you boys ever scammed anyone?
Yes.
Oh, that's quick. See, that's wow.
Have you?
I don't
Big
think so.
time. I used to run a.
Wait, what?
I probably shouldn't say this stuff.
Wait,
You have to say it to us now.
Nah, I'll say it because it's
I'll
it's
do
it's.
it.
Should we go on with your story first?
No.
Are we going into it?
No,
No,
yes.
we're on
Okay,
this
so I
one.
used to scam little kids.
What? George, you say the wildest.
That's so wild. I shouldn't have said it like that.
How much did you make?
I don't know.
Don't know.
George.
I haven't scammed anyone, but you've unlocked a memory for me.
Oh.
Me and my cousin, we at his house, we'd hop onto our phones when Pocket Edition Minecraft was a big thing.
Yeah.
And there was this app that had recently come out, and it was kind of beta, but still pretty good.
Kind of beta. Sorry, in
So like
today's...
alpha.
Oh,
beta.
Yeah,
the
in
beta.
today's context,
Oh,
In
well,
the
that
beta.
sounds
but
like
that's
you were just saying the
that's
game was
brain
bad.
rot. That's just like
Yeah.
anyway.
So,
so
the
in
beta
the
version.
beta version of
Nice.
this app, you could host your Minecraft world and have other players come in and like a server kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It-
Realms.
if you had the free one, it'd be like 5 players max or like 10 players for like a maybe subscription. So it wouldn't cost anything for what we did. We didn't take any money. We didn't cause any harm money wise, but we would, request to join these people's worlds, and then we'd request for
Don't tell me.
admin privileges.
Oh, don't tell me you were a griefer. Were you a griefer?
We just
No.
everything.
No, dude. Oh my
That's more
God.
scarring, man.
Dude.
And it was the
Griefing.
funnest thing.
Oh, dude,
And you're just
griefing
like,
is
yeah,
wrong.
TNT that one.
I know, no,
Take it, you fucking bitch. This is what you fucking get.
Look, there was like little houses, and it was like not that much time to build. But I remember like looking at my God, like, should we actually do this? And it was like there was like worlds that would take so long,
No,
and
dude.
we couldn't destroy it all because there was so much TNT you'd have to place. But there was like core parts of it that we just completely fucking.
Oh, dude, that is awful. The amount of memories that person might have had with their mates in
Yeah,
those
and there's,
places. Like the amount,
Hello,
the amount that I treasure my old Minecraft.
Oh yeah,
worlds.
no. It gets better. So
Oh,
we're moving away from that period of my life, and then we get to. Why is that funny?
Oh, because it made it sound like you were struggling with something, and that was
no, like that period of time in my
Right,
life.
yeah.
It was like year 6 and 7 of primary school, so a bit older. But me and my friends, we all play on this relatively small Minecraft server, like an actual PC Minecraft server, and this is bringing back so many memories. But anyway, eventually I was active enough, and then you'd kind of climb the ranks. Eventually, you'd be like a moderator for the server, so you'd actually help the community, and I helped them. And then eventually, I was an admin. So an admin was very, you know,
You own it.
you don't own it. There's like owner,
You're the
co-owner,
moderator.
admin is like one of the main people who oversee the moderators, and moderators kind of
So this was a big public server.
relatively small, I would say. Our class, because our whole class eventually played this server, and
Nice.
we probably made up 70% of the afternoon time that we'd hop on. Anyway, we got to know all these people, and then eventually everyone ended up getting admin roles and moderator, and I was like the admin of the server. And year 7 comes around. We'd been playing this thing for 2 years, and I got demoted to mod because I wasn't active enough, and we all eventually stopped playing. But there was one time where we were just like, you know what, fuck it. We gave everyone we could moderator and admin, and we just blew everything up. Fuck. I mean, they probably had a backup, but the server closed down after that.
Damn. You just ruined that for everyone.
So you guys went rogue. You're like,
We
fuck
just
this.
fucking
We
blew
got
everything up.
demoted
We weren't playing the server now, but there was like one time we all kind of hopped back on.
and just destroyed it.
The server only had like 3 people a week at that point because none of us played. So it was like, it was
Now-
going to stop anyway. But
Yeah.
we just completely fucked it. So,
We've talked a lot about setting up a Sizzle Minecraft server. Do you think you would still do that sort of thing?
no.
Like just for the fun of it one day? For like, you could be vlogging and you're like, I'm going to ruin this word, see the boys' reactions. Like, is that something you would do?
Do you think you might get karma there? Maybe one time a kid
Where
on
maybe
their
we're
iPad-
going to blow up your server.
Oh, not us, but maybe a kid could join and just like, fuck this.
Oh my god,
That would
our
be
Sizzle
hilarious.
server. And then you're just watching, and it's like 10 years of like Sizzle history of us just in the
And
same world.
then the flashbacks kick in. You're like, damn,
yeah, and then
I did this.
Yeah, and then this kid hops on voice chat, and he's like, "Do you remember me?"
Yeah, I actually reached out to the owner about
The other day.
I was with Chris.
I just started feeling
I was
bad.
with Chris.
Thinking about it.
So me and Chris,
Yeah.
high school mate, we played.
The guy that built our website.
We played heaps on this server, and then we were chatting only a couple of years ago. 3 years after we stopped this. Oh fuck. 10 years after we stopped the Minecraft server.
Holy doly.
Because like this is after high school. Anyway, I just remembered. I was like, "Fuck, I should find this guy." And then I eventually found this guy's like email, and the one that I had. And then I don't think he's replied to me.
He's
but
like, yeah, no, fuck.
I did reach out to the owner, but hey,
He's
man,
like,
like,
"Fuck you,
things
man."
have changed. Like, seeing how you're going. Like, I don't know if you remember, but I fully graped his server. I was like, yeah.
So you were like, "I'm not that person anymore. Forgive
But I
me."
just reached out. I don't know if I said that I griefed it, but I
He's
definitely
like,
I reached out to
what
him.
do you want me to reply with?
Yeah, he's like, "What do you want? You want something?"
It's like I'm still
That bit in BoJack where he wants forgiveness from the gay guy, his best friend, who got butt cancer.
Wait,
At the
what
beginning?
Jack, what's your week story?
That turned out to be a good one. I like that. So
was a
mine.
long-
Well, I've got two. I've got one. I've got like a childhood story, and then I've got one from like recent times. So recent times, pretty much. I told on the very first episode of this podcast, the first club I ever went to was in Mandurah,
No,
and that was my first clubbing experience. And check out this video if you want to hear that. Oh, we don't have a video for it. Check out the audio. Just search it up. But so we ended up back in Mandurah recently to film a gig. George
That's
and
true.
I.
Same club.
Yeah, in the same club. Rebranded now because we gave that one a bad name, so they had to rebrand because of us. And so,
okay.
well,
Well, we didn't say the name of the club.
yeah, it did.
No.
But it's now called, which was beeped out. But so anyway, we arrived in Mandurah, and like George drove. I was passenger princess. He had his hand on my thigh the whole time.
Usually.
He was changing gears, and he accidentally grabbed the
Wrong.
alternate gear
I
stick.
accidentally changed gears in an automatic car.
And I was kind of warning him. I was like, "No, it's gonna be." I was like, "Oh, have you ever been to a Mandurah club?" But I'm kind of joking about it. Anyway, we get out of the car, and we're walking literally 20 steps to get to the club from the car park. And on the way, there's this lady, and then there's an old man standing by a trolley on our way, and we're walking like on track to miss them completely. Like they're over there. As we're walking, the old man starts walking towards us, and we're like, coincidence. He probably just wants to get past. But he stops in front of George, and he's like, "Hello," staring like up at George. This guy was like shorter.
Yeah,
right?
he was very small.
Yeah, and he's like, "Hello," and then we kind of stop, and we're like, hey, you were like, how's it going? How's it going? And then the guy's like, yeah, good. I'm just protecting this lady here.
Yeah.
And then we
he
look
was very
and like,
slow with it.
yeah, yeah. And the lady that was standing by the trolley was like obviously on crack. She was like, fucking with this trolley.
Oh, she was like,
Yeah, and we're like, we look and we're like, yeah, that's cool, man. We're just heading that way. And he's like, and then just like gets out of our way.
Yeah.
And we like walk and we're like, oh, okay. And then we keep walking. And then afterwards I was like, well, I did think he was like a friend to the lady until he said he was a friend to the lady. Now I wonder if we walked in on him like harassing her.
what was he doing? Was
I
he
don't
just
know.
like following her?
Now the good
Was she on
scenario.
wheelchair?
No, she was holding a shopping cart.
Trolley, she was just a crackhead with a shopping cart with her belongings. Now, the good scenario is that he was there helping her and he saw a group of dudes.
Sure, exactly,
And
yeah.
was like, oh,
No.
are they going to like rob her?
Definitely a good thing to do, yeah. And obviously with the camera equipment, you can assume that would be like guns and all that.
Well, you can reasonably assume in WA,
Like, a
in
tripod
Mandurah,
bag is
that
basically like an AK-47, right? That's
Well,
just
the way
what
that
it
some security want to search us, bro.
true. Sometimes they check my ball sack. They're like, no, what's in here?
is.
Gotta get this one out.
I got to make sure you didn't hide anything in this one. And it's like, no, yeah, you're good to go.
You're all clean, mate.
You're all good, mate.
Oh my fuck.
Anyway, the bad scenario is that he was like full on harassing her or attacking her and he saw us and was trying to diffuse.
She's
And like,
what? Was she like actually non-verbal at this point?
oh, she was
Well, she was verbal.
in her own state. No, she was like,
there's-
she was verbal.
There's difference. Between,
was like-
there's the difference between verbal and vocal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was vocal, but she was like twitching. She wasn't even. She didn't even know we were there.
Oh,
I don't know if she knew he was there.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's not good.
yeah. So
That was Mandra.
that's Methendra for you.
Methandra.
Yeah,
Putting a bad name to Mandra, man. Mandra's got a lot to offer.
yeah.
of beauty.
Especially bathroom club experiences because I needed to piss and I was dreading going into the bathroom because of the aforementioned experience. And I ended up walking in, and you boys know this, but I walk into one stool and covered in poo.
Just splattered everywhere.
But it was just like the toilet was filled
It
with
was one
shit.
of those
There was a bit on
shits
the
where
seats.
you have never seen where direction it's just gone. And it's just been like,
It's like a crime scene where blood
Yeah,
splatter, how
yeah,
they can
it's like,
accurately
how
like
has it
determine where it
gotten
came from.
there?
It was like the splatter. It's like, oh, like pull out the forensic
oh, it's
scientist.
gone
Like,
there.
yeah. It's like they must have like had to stand for a bit and then
Yeah.
it kept coming out and then sat back down for it to get
They're
where it
like,
got.
oh,
Have you seen like how there's two seats? You lift the top.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
top
there's a
cover
seat
seat,
and a lid.
and then there's the seat.
Oh,
there's
well.
the lid. Sorry, lid and the seat. You lift the lid, and someone has like shat in between.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
It got on the lid.
over the seat
yeah.
and is on the lid into the
Oh, mental.
anchor point
Oh.
of the. It's just like in there. So then cleaning that would have been like a nightmare.
Yeah. But
Anyway.
yeah, so anyway, I see that and now I'm like, well, not using this one. I walk out, go into the other cubicle.
Oh, so you wanted to shit?
No, I just wanted to piss, but I didn't want to. I felt vulnerable.
Didn't want to be public.
Yeah, well, I felt vulnerable in the Mandurah bathroom, to be quite honest.
Okay, fair enough.
So I go into the other cubicle. Because really, there's a terrible state of vulnerability when you're pissing in a club full of crackheads, right?
Sure.
It's like you're pissing, anything can happen. Very vulnerable.
Sure.
Especially when you've got that mindset as well, something will happen.
Oh, absolutely. Then you'll be like, someone walks in, you just kind of like, you give them the eye contact, and because of that scared eye contact, they'll be like, oh, I'm going to kill you now.
Yeah.
Like,
they're
oh,
like,
he's vulnerable, I'm
sorry.
okay.
They'll be like,
You looked at me that
I'm
way.
about to impregnate you.
Yeah.
So I go into the other cubicle, and there's just blood splattered.
Oh.
Oh, so it was like the shit, but it was just blood.
No,
this time.
there wasn't a lot. It was like one line of squirt of
Thought you
blood.
had shit. You
There was
don't
like the
even
toilet,
blood.
the squirt of blood was diagonal over it. It like was one direction. I don't know if it was like a needle poke
Oh,
and then just squirted
yuck. Oh
one
my
squirt, but like
That's
I
making
saw
me
it and I was like, oh my, and like my organs like sucked in a way where I didn't even need to pee anymore. So I was like, oh, and I just left. I was
that
like,
solves that one.
I was like, oh, it's.
I
Maybe
just
that-
pissed my pants.
So yeah, I don't know if I'll tell my childhood story because we're a fair bit into it, so we may as well get straight into the game. Or should I?
Yeah.
All right. So another thing that's been happening recently is when I'm very sleep deprived, I have found that a lot of memories come back, and I would say that I don't feel like I've blocked off a lot from my childhood, but as I'm sleep deprived and the memories come back, I do realize that there's a lot that's just not even bad stuff, just like memories that I'm like, oh, fuck, true. And like one happened recently where I think my girlfriend started singing like the Crazy Frog song, and I was like super tired after like a long day at work. And
sleep deprived.
yeah, absolutely. And to the point where like you're low key hallucinating and just like, oh, what's that? You know, that kind of
Because
thing.
how sleep deprived you are.
Yeah. Because I was very sleep deprived. And so then while I was sleep deprived, she started singing that song. And then like I remembered having like this McDonald's toy of Crazy Frog where you push a button and it's like, ding, 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 ding.
What? I never had that.
Yeah, and I remember, so I had a wardrobe in
Oh,
my
you
childhood
unlocked a
home.
memory for me.
Oh, shit.
Keep going.
Because you're sleep deprived. And I had a memory where I was in my wardrobe. Now, my wardrobe had built-in like shelves.
Oh, no.
And there was like 1, 2, 3, 4. And the fourth one was like a complete ceiling shelf. And so as a kid, I used to climb it. I used to use the shelves of a ladder. And then I'd hide in between the top shelf and like the ceiling. And I'd just chill there.
It's gotta
With
be
your-
some autistic shit, right?
With your Crazy Frog Macca's toy?
You'd be like in the,
And I was sitting at the corner like listening to the... I was listening to it. And I think I started going up there because my cats would like be up there sometimes. I'd go up and be like, oh, hey, Squeaky. And then,
in the shelf.
yeah, between the shelf and the ceiling. I was laying, the ceiling was probably like right here and I just like chilling
It's just
there.
in your living room.
And then I would do
has
that
to
for
be-
years. And over time, I remember going up there and I heard it like in the walls. I was like, oh,
I'm kidding.
I'm growing older. And I was like, oh, and I slowly got off. I
Oh,
don't
like
think I...
it was crumbling.
Well, yeah,
under pressure.
Because it's just a fucking shelf, right?
Did your parents ever see you do that?
No, I don't think so.
And you would just do it. And that would be a thing
Yeah.
that you didn't tell anyone. That would just be your thing.
Oh. I don't think I even thought about not telling anyone. I just did it. And I just assumed
Was
anyone
that your
would do
quiet
it.
place with your Crazy Frog toy? Ding, ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding.
I would. Yeah, I would sit and that was my place. Yeah. I remember I'd just hide under the bottom shelf too, like in the
Oh.
floor. But like that's where I kept my bongo drum. So I'd be like dum, 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 dum. I had bongo drums, yeah.
You do little sections of like, yeah, I go under the shelf to do the bongos. I go to the top to listen to Crazy Frog.
And
You were
then on-
making music with that
Yeah.
shelf.
For like 10 years, I had a big cardboard house that I made of Crash Bandicoot, of like Crash's house I made in kindy, and that stayed up there for like 10 years to the point where it was infested with spiders because it was never touched. But it was like, yeah, I was so
But you
obsessed with
cherished
Crash
it.
Bandicoot. Yeah, when I was a kid, that like my spelling was above everyone else in my year at school because I knew how to spell Bandicoot. I would just draw it on every piece of paper, would be like Crash Bandicoot. The teachers like ended up calling my mum and they were like, how the fuck can you spell Bandicoot? That's such a long, complicated word. Like, that's insane spelling for first year of like kindy. And then, yeah, my mum was just like,
He's autistic.
nah, my mum's very open to it. She's very much like, every time I tell these stories, she's like, the way she approached parenting was just that every kid is so different that like, why try and label it? Let the kid be themselves and
Sure.
they'll discover
No,
what
of
it is
course.
eventually. So it's
Which is a good way.
absolutely. And, you know, I admire that a lot more as I've gotten older. But, yeah, so I was just autistic as shit. And I'd make, I think my mum still has it. I made like a little storybook of Crash of like him losing his pet butterfly and he like
Oh.
goes out searching for it. I just made this whole book in class once.
Nice.
And yeah, so
That's sick.
damn,
Damn.
the first book I ever made.
Damn.
So you're always destined to.
That's right.
Destined
Right.
to be a book writer.
Yeah.
So, going back on the topic of kindy, should we... Wait, that doesn't tie into the game at all.
Or okay, looking back on the past, should we?
Well, tying into things that you might have not known about me and things that we might not know about each other,
Each other.
we've got a game prepared. So we're going to pull out prompts and a good example is birth dates. If we see that, then we have to answer what the birth dates are of the other two boys. So this is a friendship test. We're seeing how well we know each other.
The friendship test.
Not all are straight fact answers, apparently.
Yeah,
Some might be. Who is more susceptible to do
Boys,
this?
should we have a fucking drink with this?
Let's have a shot.
Let's play the game.
Let's play this
Fucking
game.
play the fucking game.
Who goes first? May as well go. George, should we keep to the structure?
Sure.
Oh, you can go first, Blake. I don't
No, George can go first.
No, that's cool.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
So, George, if you get it wrong, you have to take a drink.
Sure.
Should we do it shots?
Yeah, let's do shots.
Me,
Yeah.
cunt. That's a tense.
Oh, I got my one. Nice.
What is it?
I don't know why I said that. Who's most likely to join the circus?
Oh my God.
What a question, eh?
So for this kind of question, it's pretty much if Blake and I disagree to your answer, then you take a drink. That's
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so what's your answer?
What's your...
I feel like my answer.
Oh, I just spilt drink all over my car.
Oh, right on the cure.
Right on the God. Oh, boys, it kind of feels good. You should try it.
It like fizzles a little bit.
Oh, I did it again. Sorry.
That's retarded.
Okay.
Yeah. I know.
Wait, so Jack, you must really enjoy it.
Maybe you should go to the
again.
circus for that.
Probably say Blake would join the circus.
Damn.
And he
For
was,
what reason?
Introducing Molito.
and he would like try and perfect every single circus act that you could.
Oh.
Or all of them.
All of them. You would be like,
What?
oh, I can do that. Oh, I can do that.
You'd be the host that's like, with like, now bringing out the tiger tamer, and then you go in and like
Yeah,
help
and
them
then
out.
you do it.
Now the jugglers, and then you do it as well.
Because you,
just
can,
steal the
you
show.
can juggle very well. Jack, you can juggle. But
Oh, whoa.
I think I'm equal with Blake, to be honest.
I don't know. I think you guys are going to need to do a juggle
I
off.
feel like I can do it faster. So is that based on juggling? Or
Juggling
just,
and
like,
I guess skill. I feel like if circus was in... If circus was like, that's what you want to do in your life, I feel like you would get it done.
True.
There's a lot of things that a lot of people would be like, if this is what I want to do, I'm going to get it
The
done.
reason of Jack joining
That was
the
the
circus...
Blakest response you could have ever had to that. Well, if you choose to do something, you can do it.
Exactly.
I think... But
No?
saying that though, Jack...
Do you not believe in yourself?
I think Jack could join the circus because, like, it's like a runaway thing. You're running away from home, so you
But
join
it'd be
the
more of
circus.
like a,
But that doesn't happen.
this
right?
is the freak kind of thing. And I come out and I'm
Jack
like,
comes out.
Has anybody go match my freak?
and you just start twerking in front of all these people. And
Oh
you're
my
like,
God.
anyone gonna match my freak?
and then if one person does it along with me, I like,
You call them
I
out.
like grab them.
No,
I'm like,
you do like the awkward call out in a performance where like
Awkward
the host / performer is very confident, and then you call out like a very nervous person in the crowd, and you're like,
this guy. They're dancing along, and then spotlight, and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I grab, I'm like, yeah, I'm like twerking
you
on
gonna
them.
match
I'm
my
like,
freak?
I'm like, yeah, you hard yet? Oh,
Whoa, Jack,
you've been gay recently.
how did you boys know?
But then I was like,
That was going to be my surprise.
that was the end of the potty.
But then, yeah, I mean, that brings up a good point. Like, good question is who's the most autistic and who's the most gay out of all
Well,
of
let's
us?
find out.
Percentage-wise. Pick the next one up.
Pick the hat.
Oh, pointed over there when it's over here.
Yep, another lap.
Oh man, we should probably like clean.
No.
Nah.
No, this is good. Yeah, you just fuck this.
Yeah, that kind of.
I've never seen a podcast studio look like this.
All right, guys, it's my go now.
Exactly.
Oh, this is wild.
What is their biggest struggle at the moment?
Oh,
Who's like?
both of ours. You so name our both. If for each one you get wrong, you have to
okay.
drink.
I mean, I guess this just shows how much communication we have between each other.
Yeah, let's try and think. What is our biggest struggle right now?
I'm going to start with Jack. I feel we get the
Because he's to your right, of course.
yeah.
Yeah. Right to his right.
Right is white.
Go in anti-clockwise.
I mean, what? Sorry.
Trailer moment.
I was just thinking about the previous prompt that I was,
I was just
given that
thinking
we had
about
to
the
cut.
last 200
I need a
years of
piss.
history.
Oh shit.
Not yet.
So Jack, I feel like for you, your biggest struggle is financial situation.
Okay.
In the sense that your most on your mind, your most pressured point of topic is your living situation.
I mean,
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah.
living in Perth is hard, man.
Yeah, for sure. But
Yeah.
I feel like the
Even
the
like
living
future, yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Maybe not so much living, but financial. Yeah, that'd be correct.
that comes with living comes with
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
You wouldn't be in a financial crisis if you weren't.
Living alone.
Living
yeah,
alone.
definitely correct. Nice way. Now, George.
Interesting, because
I think I know yours, George.
Okay, hang
so
on.
if you get it wrong, I'll say
Hang
mine.
on. Biggest struggle at the moment is your grammar.
Oh, what?
Yeah, nah, that makes sense.
But is that something you're actively struggling with?
Well, it's weird.
I've noticed it more now than ever.
Damn.
It's weird.
Conscientious, literally today.
My words just get jumbled, man. I'll say something, and in my mind, I'm like, yeah, cool, it's good. in my head, it's like, all right, the word's processed, good to go. It gets sent off, and it's like,
Well, that might not even be grammar, but I guess grammar is related to like your speech.
True.
Okay, so what I've actually found recently, well, not recently, it's been, I guess I've noticed, is that when I'm
Going for a while.
here and when I'm surrounded by you boys, for some reason, my brain just shuts off and I'm just dumb and I'm just stupid. My grammar is terrible. It's fucked. And I don't intentionally do it. It's just, I think because you boys are a lot more...
You're comfortable around us.
Very...
You don't have
good
to
at
think.
vocabulary, you're good at your grammar.
Do you
and
think that
you're
you
smart.
switch off where you don't have to worry because we're doing it?
I think my brain auto just switches off.
Yeah.
And I don't mean
Or it
for
could
it to
be,
happen.
it's just that you're so comfortable that you're not prepared.
Yeah,
We're just getting the rawest George.
Whereas when I'm by myself or when I'm by anyone that isn't you guys, I feel like that is a different version of myself.
Or
Or
is
I'm
that-
not dumb. I
Or is
don't
it-
know. I don't know.
Oh, okay. First of all, you're not dumb. Second of all, is that because no one calls
Yeah,
you
you're
out on
not-
it
you're
in the
not
way
dumb.
that we do?
No, it's... I think when I speak to other people, my vocabulary is a lot better with those people compared to you boys.
I just think that's
Maybe you
that's
have
a matter of comfortability. Like,
Maybe you have to
don't
dumb down
think-
your speech for it to make sense to us. Maybe we're the dumb ones.
Maybe I'm just...
Oh.
Or maybe, yeah, my brain just switches off when I'm with you boys. And I'm just
Yeah.
myself.
I find it happens with the miso too. Just kind of brain switches off. You're not being conscientious
Yeah.
about like what
Throwback.
Because I'll...
You're not being CONCIENT and the rest of it.
TIONS. No, conscience.
I think what happens is that my
Conscience.
words get switched around. So I'll say something and then
Yeah. Okay, so
it'll be
Here's-
out of place in the sentence.
okay, so it is now my turn. Alrighty, let's see what we got. Oh shit. Name both birth dates.
Oh.
Now I
So-
think 4th of January and
Well, yeah.
2002
Nice.
and the 24th of August. No,
Fuck. Well, you already said it.
You know what?
is that wrong?
That's actually bad.
Oh shit! Fuck.
You
Yeah,
got
that's actually bad.
That's
That's
actually
actually
bad.
bad.
You're 1 day off.
Ah shit. Well, 24th of August 2001. 25th of August 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Thanks, man. No, it's all good.
Hey George, I was 1 day off.
Take a shot. You got to run.
Damn.
George, it's your turn. So oops.
So Jack's on 2.
I'm on 2 shots
We're
right
on.
now.
We're on nil.
I'm not doing
Maybe
well.
you just want a shot.
You boys need to pull out one of mine.
Jack took one for mine.
Jack just wants to shot it. All right, this one's calling me. Oh, man. I'm nervous. Oh. Favorite club to film for?
Ooh.
Okay, this isn't as bad as.
Oh,
Was.
this is a.
Let me figure
nice
out.
one.
Let me figure out mine.
Okay.
Yeah, get it under in your memory, and tell me when you've got it. And
Oh,
film-
you have to ask our.
I'm
He has to
telling
guess
you what
ours.
your ones are.
Hang on, I got to think about that too. It doesn't really matter because it's. Oh, actually, I do. It does matter because I need to confirm or not.
Can I say for you, just for you individually?
Yep.
Cheek.
Take a shot for that one, Georgie boy.
Fuck.
Cheek, I enjoyed the experience of every Wednesday night we would get together. We'd do a bit of video work. That was a nice time. Shooting wise, my favourite place is the record bar. Because
The record bar.
I like the angles I can get. I
Sure.
enjoy every time we shoot at the record
Nice.
bar. I have
Okay.
a good time.
Blake's Favorite club to shoot?
Oh.
Metro City.
Why?
What's your answer, Blake?
Paramount.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Damn.
I am thoroughly enjoying the community that is involved with Paramount.
All right, Blake,
go.
your turn.
Oh shit! Do they put butter in the fridge or pantry?
Oh, shit. This is what I'm talking
this
about.
is a good one.
All right.
Fridge, pantry.
Correct.
So
Fridge.
you're both fridge.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Butter
Oh.
should be in the fridge.
Yep.
Yep. All right. You got to take a shot for George.
I'm. Oh, okay.
Yep.
What are you?
I reckon you're a fridge as well.
Yep.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah, as it should be.
Cool. You're a good Aussie. All right. Take a shot.
I just thought for some reason George's got that little weird.
I would agree. That's exactly the answer I was at.
weird about it.
Biggest childhood dream.
Whoa.
So I think George. I'll go George first. I think your biggest childhood dream. So we're talking the majority of your childhood. What did you think you would be when you were grown up?
I know exactly what it is.
I'm gonna say. Oh, I'm taking a risk with this one. I'm gonna say a singer.
hard question.
I'm gonna say a singer.
A singer? Okay, cool. Now go Blake's and then I'll
All
set.
Biggest childhood dream for Blake. This one's a bit harder. I would say. I'm trying to think of what public figure would you have looked at and wanted to be the most. That's where I'm trying to stem this from.
That's a good.
I would
stem
say that
from-
you, as a kid, because you were involved in modelling and auditioning for a singing competition, I would say that both there were a lot of people you looked up to and were like, oh, I want to be them. Mm-hmm. It's a lot harder to place for you, Blake.
I'm like such a mysterious and like nonchalant kind of guy.
Or I would say it was more so you didn't really care what you'd end up with because it's you anyway. That's what I'm thinking. So it makes it harder to figure out.
You're correct to a certain degree.
So is
But
there one job that you would think?
I remember, in childhood,
Yeah.
there was a lot of that, of like, I'm going to make it anyway. Like, I'll
Yeah.
be okay. One day I'll just work enough to be successful. But there was a goal that I had in mind that I thought I would never achieve.
I have a feeling it has something to do with video games. That's where I'm going. So if that's wrong,
okay, yeah.
If that's wrong,
That's
I'll
fine,
take
yeah.
a shot right now. Is that wrong? Shit.
Yeah, no, like majorly wrong, but there was this far-fetched dream that I wanted to be a famous YouTuber.
Oh.
So George, okay, I got that wrong. I'll take a shot. Did I get yours wrong?
No, you got that one wrong as well. I wanted
What
to
was this
from
one again?
the moment
Singer.
the moment I remember, I always wanted to be an actor,
Yeah.
and
That would have been my second.
I did
I was going to
theatre.
say either acting or
They said
singing.
ads. And
I did theatre.
acting
I
and
did
ads.
modeling. I was very much.
But I thought
like,
it was like. All right,
I was
so
a theatre kid.
just for the game, then, boys. What would you say was mine?
Oh, okay. Game designer.
Book writer.
George is correct. Yeah, it was video games.
Because you
Always.
literally used to make games.
But
Yeah, but as a kid, it was always video games, and then when I got older, I tried to rationalize.
You got older and you
realised I
realized
had a
all your
passion for
trauma, and then you
storytelling.
wanted to become an
But
author.
then what was your like? What was the question? What was the question?
What is the childhood dream? The childhood dream. So the childhood dream was to always make video games. As I got older, I realized that I really had a passion for stories. So I realized I wanted to be a story
But
video game writer.
Did you always have it in you as a child? But then you just switched to the rational thinking,
I
and
think-
it made you realize that
I think.
writing was the better
Oh my
one.
god. Oh, hang on. Yeah, because the very first thing I wrote on Gmail, I would create drafts, and I wrote like a book chapter by chapter, and I have it saved in my drafts.
Look, the thing is, like my mind was like, oh, I wanted to be seen in the public. I wanted to be someone who could just do shit for a living, be myself for a living, and get paid for it. And
Yeah.
I did that through editing, and that was kind of because I think we went through this before, like my old editing meme page and
yeah.
whatnot. That
Yeah.
was kind of like my, I need to get my creative outlet out
Yeah.
there, and I just need to do something. But I also uploaded YouTube gameplay.
Oh,
I
shit!
used
For
to
what
that as-
game?
Overwatch. There'd be like it would be like clippable 6-minute moments where I would in Overwatch there's teams of 5 or 6,
Never played it. Yeah.
I think there's 6.
and then there was a thing called an overkill where one player would kill all of the other team. And
Oh,
I would
yeah.
just kind of clip those moments and be like,
Nice.
I'm a fucking sick cunt. I'm good at this game. Like, so I think you're kind of right, a little bit. Yes, I would classify him as being correct.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
I used to do Uncharted 3 multiplayer videos.
I used to do GTA, Black Ops 3. I did one time, I did a
Oh, boy, I've got a fucking story. It just came back. So, yeah.
a Black Ops 3 care package. You know, you get the care packages and you open it. And it was
Oh,
a normal
unboxing.
one. And I got the new gun that just got released. And I was like, oh my God. And you can hear me on the mic. I'm like, oh my God. I just got the FFF5. And then on the comments, what I did was I had the video and I would share it to Alia. You know Alia?
Elliot.
No.
He's like the COD YouTuber. He's like the
Yeah, yeah.
ultimate COD YouTuber. And I used to comment on all his videos and put the link in the comments and be like, guys, check out this video. I just got the FFFR on the common supply drop. Put it in. And then I woke up. I went to sleep. Woke up. I had like 8K views, 8K like
Oh,
huge
shit.
like, and I was like, I'm going viral. All the comments were like, oh my God, I can't believe you got this. And I just was like, yes.
Nice.
Wait, does anyone know the time? Because we're going to What If.
In half an hour, we'll leave. That's pretty good.
Okay, all right.
Wait,
well,
no, hang on. Oh, but my story.
Go.
So pretty much, I had this phase when I was younger, and I was like, I wasn't seeing anyone outside of my old family.
Sure.
So I'd make alternate accounts on PlayStation with different entire personas, and I'd go online. And I had a mic.
Interact with each other.
No. I'd talk to like strangers, right? But I had a voice changer set, like programmed into it, so it'd make my voice just the tiniest
Oh,
bit
you would
deeper.
speak to people.
Yeah, on a mic, and I'd play Uncharted, where it's like death matches, right? And
Damn.
so there was a
You
built-in.
actually rigged that.
There was a built-in voice changer, and it was like I'd have it just one notch down, so it was just a tiny bit deeper.
So you sound a bit older.
Yeah, and so I had this whole persona where my name was Dave, and so I would play with these people, and I had a whole storyline. His house was infested with spiders to the point where he
Oh,
had
give him backstory.
he lived in America. He would have to shoot the spiders. There was so many
With a gun.
spiders with a gun. That was the story. I'd tell it to people. I'd be in like deathmatch. My teammates. I'd be talking about this, and
So you're
they'd
always
be like,
creative.
yeah, they'd be like, there's no fucking way. And I'd be like, dude, there's fucking this morning. And I would just, for hours, dude, that was like my fun, was I'd do that. And then I'd
You
go
could've-
into,
Did you record it?
yeah, there's some videos we uploaded onto YouTube.
Yeah.
And like, we'd go into Little Big Planet and we would make levels, because you can make levels and share it with other people. And we made one where we found a way to glitch the system where you start a level and then there's like an item you can put in where it like creates new items. And we made that item create a new item every 0.1 second. So you start the level, it starts spamming items, your PlayStation freezes and crashes. We figured out a way to make the game crash. So we had this level where we built this main menu, and it was like a multiplayer deathmatch Uncharted level, right? And the menu, we spent hours making the menu amazing. The moment you click to start it, it emits all these items.
Did you publish that?
Yeah. It's
So
online.
you trolled
And
people as well?
Yeah, I did, and it would
Oh,
crash. It would
we were all
crash
trolling.
people's PlayStations. Yeah,
You fucked
and they
over
would have to
people.
restart their PlayStation. And that's not the worst of it. In Little Big Planet, you can make something and save it as a prize and put it in a level. If someone collects it, they can put it in their level exactly as you made it. So in that, we would create an item, and in it we would hide a little microchip. You could put microchips in it with programming. And in this, there was like, then it would be like a program where it's like, make the weather so that the sky's purple, something simple. But then there would be another tiny microchip. If you open it, there'd be another microchip. You open it, and we hit it so far in that you finally get to it, and it's one of those emitters that
They would
like
just crash it.
that would crash it. So what you do is we would give this prize to people, and they'd put it in their level, and we set it so that it would take like a 1 hour timer, where it's, as soon as you place it in level, it'd start counting. So you place it in, then you build the rest of your level. Once an hour has passed since you placed it in, it would start emitting all this stuff.
Oh my God.
So suddenly stuff would spam everywhere, and then it would crash and it would destroy your whole level. I would spam people. I would
Dude,
do it
you're
Did the
too.
same as me.
I'm fucking the same. I forgot about that.
So you
And
can't,
then because
you can't
it
chat
took
shit
an
to
hour,
me.
because it took an hour, no one would ever be able to tell where the fuck it came from, because you're
True.
placing stuff constantly.
True,
No one
yeah.
would ever know that it crashed and destroyed itself because of the thing that they put in that we made.
Damn, Jack, you're a Little Big Planet hacker.
I forgot about
You're
that.
a Little Big Planet
Well, we
gripper.
learned-
I'm a Minecraft.
we
gripper, and
learned
you're
a lot about each other
We
through
did.
this podcast.
We all went through stages. That is crazy.
Do all kids?
And now we're all here.
Maybe. And
Just
now,
that like little rebellious, like I have power.
like I'm gonna fuck with people.
Yeah.
That's power
exactly,
tripping. That's
yeah.
like
Yeah,
power.
it
yeah,
is.
That's power hungry.
What's yours? Image. Your question.
All right, I've just.
That was a bit.
That just didn't sound.
Okay, so this is going to be our last round. Our last round of pulling out of the hat.
Let's go.
And this is my last question that I've just received.
Is it a good one?
Let's see. Their middle names.
Oh, their middle names.
Oh my fuck.
Oh shit.
I have no idea what Blake's middle name is.
I don't know.
Definitely told you before.
Really?
Yep, 100%. You know,
I feel like Jack's is James.
It was Blake's.
Jack James Hopgood.
Stanley. No,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I always say one, and it's like the one I think it is.
Oh
but
my
it's not.
god, I don't know Blake's.
Stanley, Jack James, George Stanley.
I don't know Blake's.
You do. You do.
I do know it as well.
You do know it.
Richard.
What? What?
Take Richard Munch.
I'd say. I know what it is.
Okay.
Cecil.
Okay.
Oh wait, no,
No. Cecil.
no, hang on, pause.
But don't say it.
No, it is.
Well, you can say
Yeah.
it.
But it has to be, right? Technically. Like, family. Like,
Oh, well, okay, mine is
but, yeah, that's most.
So-
that's what most middle names
Yeah,
are.
it's
aren't they?
no, it's your. Wait.
Wait, don't be whispering, boys. Blake, do you wanna uncover your middle name?
Uncover?
Oh no, hang on.
Reveal?
It's like
Reveal.
it's-
Yeah, reveal.
It's
Because I think, I
fucking. What is it?
100%
If I say
know.
the letter,
Yeah, what's the letter?
Oh,
get
okay,
it?
yeah. Okay.
C.
Oh, fuck! It's Cass. It's Cass.
Oh yeah!
It's fucking Cass.
Yeah, no shit.
Fuck! Sorry, Blake.
okay.
I stole that from
Oh,
George. You need to take a shot.
Yeah, no, I should take a shot for that one. No, because yes,
Fuck,
you
it's
have
your-
talked about that, but that's just been like.
Is that your granddad's name?
It's my dad's name.
That's his first name.
My dad's name is Cass. His dad's name is Cass. His dad's name is Cass. His dad's name is Cass. His
wait,
dad's
what
name
the
is Cass.
fuck?
I'm the first Blake in my dad's timeline.
Oh my god.
My
Wait,
mom,
so
Mike, 'cause
it's
my
like
mom.
Cass Junior.
Yeah.
Wait, why did he not name
Well,
you
it's
Cass?
it's like, I think my dad
Cass
is Cass.
Junior Part 3.
If your name was Cass, you wouldn't be in Sizzle.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. It's just you're such a Blake.
Yeah. You were
I feel like
such
if your
a
name was Cass,
Blake.
your personality would have changed.
Do you reckon it was your mum that was like, your dad was like, all right, we're calling him Cass. Your mum was like, Blake.
Your
I've
your
told
mum
you
was
that.
like, he needs to run a
I've
business.
told you that.
That's what it
Oh.
was.
So that's why you know that. That's why you
Oh,
suggested that.
shit.
Because you know that loosely.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
brain knows that, but your current consciousness
Right.
doesn't know that.
Nothing's going through right now.
All right, it's your turn to pick up a thing. Oh shit, we've been on. We've been on for 2 hours already. All right, quick. Sorry, future Jack.
Jack, I'm sorry, man. You
future
got a lot
Jack.
to edit.
All right, guys, it's my final go. Oh, biggest change over the years.
Oh my god! Holy
Who wrote
moly.
that one?
Good question, George.
I didn't know it wasn't me.
Because you didn't write anything.
Exactly. Good one. Good catching up on that one. Okay. Fuck. Here we go.
I need to piss so bad.
assume years means sizzle.
Yeah.
Oh, since we've known each other.
Yes. Okay. So technically same thing-ish.
Not really.
Not really.
2
but
years
same.
added onto it. So you have to select one thing from that person, and that is the biggest change for them.
I interpret it that way as well.
Yeah.
Fuck. This is a bit of a hard one. This could be controversial. Start with Fuck. Who do I start with? Start with Jack.
Fuck, every time, man.
There's levels to this, but I feel like on the deepest level, and hear me out. Think about this for a bit. But I think Jack's biggest change over the years is his sensitivity.
Sensitivity. Not the word I would have used, but explain.
So I feel like if you were right now, as you are, approached with a topic or a controversial situation, you would think very minimally about it, or you wouldn't be affected as much. But back when I met you at TAFE, you would have been very harshly critiquing it. So I don't know if
What's
sensitivity.
the example of a topic?
I guess clubs could be an example, or presented with someone who is
Speaking to them.
off their head, drunk, whatever. I feel like right now you'd be completely fine to talk to them and either push them away in a calm manner. But I feel like the TAFE Jack that I met would be very uncomfortable.
That's true.
So I don't know if sensitivity is the right word, but that's kind of what I'm going for in terms of, I guess, confidence.
That's the word I would have used.
Confidence.
Yep.
Confidence. Sorry,
So-
I didn't mean to diminish you in sensitivity in any way. But
No, like sensitivity is correct now that you've broken it down. I would say that sensitivity came from a lack of confidence about what I actually stand for. So I think it's like the
you're
same
more
thing.
confident in yourself.
Absolutely. So it's like talking to a drunk person would have offended me slightly back then because I was less confident in me. So it's like I have to be repulsed by someone to feel better about myself. Whereas now I don't feel like I need to do that. So it's like it's the same thing. So definitely, yep, nice. I'd say that's a win there.
George.
Damn.
I haven't really come up with a full
The
diagnostic.
scope. The scope.
This could be controversial as
Oh,
well.
it could be.
Go on.
I can take it.
That's not the right word. I was thinking of a word, but
Say it to me.
Yeah. You guys. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
wrong or like
Same as me. At first glance, wrong. Once you explain it, correct.
okay. I mean, I was going to say it anyway, but self-awareness.
Okay.
Your self-awareness has changed.
Sure.
And I mean that in the sense that you are more acknowledgeable of what you say. Not to say that anything in the past has been too bad, but you're very much more like aware of who you are and what you say and how things impact one another.
Think of how you view the things you would say in the earlier episodes of the podcast compared to how you view it now.
Oh, big time.
Like much more awareness about the way you speak. Just as one example.
Yep. I completely agree. I need help getting guided into the answer that will be correct.
What? What
Does that make any sense?
No, that makes zero sense. I'm so lost. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
Because I actually don't know what I'm talking about either. And that comes to awareness.
Oh, that was cold. Top 10 coldest sizzle moments. So what do you reckon? Is he correct or is he incorrect?
No. Blake, this is the biggest change. I feel like what has actually done it is ever since I've been to Europe, actually.
Oh.
Really?
So this is an example.
So
I'm
even
not-
through TAFE to Sizzle to Europe.
I'm not saying this is correct, but I'm saying that this is a thing of.
I don't know myself enough to know that's correct.
So before I went to Europe, I was very much more inclined of personal self-development and the building up of Europe. As soon as I got back from Europe, it's so weird to talk about because I've never ever spoken about it in this way, but there was a different side to me that has like clocked. It's so weird.
Switched on?
Switched, I guess. I've switched person.
In
since Europe.
what way? What was the topic? Like what?
See, I can't explain it.
Do you think you've changed like personality trait?
Yeah, I do, and I think the
Which-
way I think about things as well. But
Can I help you with this? Is that because you think outside of Perth now, there's not just Perth happening?
potentially, that's what I mean. I don't know.
Have you experienced now an adult, full scale, by yourself at times, holiday outside of Perth where you're like, oh shit, I'm living.
Okay, well, I'll
Outside of
give an
Perth.
example. Okay, so before Europe, carefree, I would just do what is things. I have no idea how to explain it. But then as soon as I
Business
get
and
back
personal?
from Europe, I have a different outlook on things. Of every single choice I make, I think about the repercussions.
Oh, maturity.
Potentially. But also, I guess I feel anxious about
Self-awareness.
every single decision I make.
I think that is self-awareness. That's realizing that you're not always going to be
Well,
okay.
that is.
You're going to
becoming
do
self-aware.
things that might fuck you up. And whereas previously you might have been like, oh, I'll be fine if I do this. Whereas now you're like, oh, if I do this, will I be fine?
But it's not just will I do this, it's also about anything though. It's not just about sizzle. I'm just
Like,
saying
if I keep
anything.
eating tuna, am I going to overdose on magnesium?
Well,
and
exactly.
get
That's
Parkinson's?
exactly what was going through my thought.
So would you say Blake's, what he said, self-awareness,
Self-awareness.
is that correct or is that false to what you believe is true?
I'd say it's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look, it's very hard to answer when I'm a bit boozied because,
Hey.
to be honest, I don't know my own
And we're boozy
self-awareness
because of What
right
If
now.
Hard Seltzer. Visit www.whatifhardseltzer.com.au and use code SLL for
And you
10%.
can
I have no
and you can
self-awareness
change your
right
you
now,
can change
so
your
I have
self-awareness.
no idea.
All right, give me the bucket hat. It's my time.
Hang on. What
No.
do you think mine is? What is my biggest change over the years?
Oh, okay. I already know my answer.
I would say ego.
And
I would say, do you want me to explain it or just leave it at that?
sure.
No, Jack, explain.
Well,
would
why don't you
say-
say?
I would
No,
say that
yeah.
it's after your breakup, which happened right before Sizzle, that you might have latched onto an overconfidence to compensate for the bits that were hurting, and that in which case you may have believed that you were correct over everyone else until we started Sizzle.
Is that
And-
narcissism?
Tiny bits of it, and you've learnt that you can be wrong. And I don't know if you would have been able to accept that you were wrong when we started Sizzle.
That's a very deep answer that I can never answer
Damn.
exactly like that.
Okay, George.
Well, mine will be the more stupid version of that. Yeah, Blake
feel like
was a
George
quiet
would've
kid. Blake was a quiet kid in TAFE, and now he's thriving.
Okay, so I guess that's like the. I guess that it's.
That's how you would explain it to a kid.
So I'm like teaching. So Blake was a quiet kid, and now he's thriving.
You know what, Jack? Like hearing it out loud, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, honestly, listening to that, I'm like, that's how I wish I could explain. I cannot explain it
And
like
guess
that.
what? You're
Not
becoming
me.
self-aware of that, George. Right?
Yeah.
So I
I can't.
no,
that's
good.
you, Jack. That's you, man.
Damn.
That was.
But yeah,
Damn.
I mean, I will admit that, coming out of a relationship, I think in my memory and, perspective, it was like I just didn't care anymore. But in that came I thought I was better. So but looking back on it, I now know that this version of me is better than that version of me.
Yeah.
So it's like this double ego kind of thing where it's like you move away from a relationship being like, I'm better. I'm this better person. I don't care about anything other than, my own true I'm good. I'm,
compensating for the hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I mean, in a way, and yes, you're right. I'm not going to deny that. But I guess in the same kind of sense, me now is like, I'm better than that. But
in
10
the
years down
future.
the track.
Yeah.
Who knows
Exactly
what's in
right.
store for
What do you
the version
yeah.
of me now? So, but that's just that opens up such a deep
That's just
understanding
life.
of human consciousness of like, who are we? Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, who are we really? Are we really our younger self who's strong and passionate about everything in the world, or do we learn later that we're not actually as,
I have a big theory about that.
you know?
And the last time I was very sleep deprived, I had a big chat with my mister about this because it's I was very sleep deprived, and we were playing like an old game that I used to play as a kid, right? One of the old Zelda ones that came out in like the 90s. And so I've realized that I feel like when we are born, so I'm not really religious, but part of me thinks that when we're born, we are born with something that is unique.
Sure.
That there's some part
It's
of
like a
us that
little
is
seed.
born, whether it's spiritual or whether it's biological, some part of us is, well, whichever
be
one it is.
spiritual, it could be
you believe,
spiritual.
but like, I don't know which one I believe in. So whichever one it is, one of them, like we are born completely unique from every other human.
Absolutely.
So when we are born, we are our purest form of personality. And so when as an adult we revisit things that we loved as kids, we are reconnecting with the childhood version of ourselves. And I think that is kind of the key to happiness, because as we live, we let the world whittle down and destroy little bits of our personality to the point where we make it fit the cutout to what society is.
Saying
and it's
that,
like
though.
when you revisit those memories and you remember little memories of listening to Crazy Frog at the top of your wardrobe, those bits are incredibly healing because you're reconnecting with the purest form of yourself, and that is you before the world started to destroy it.
Saying that though, if you were to love a PS2 game and then you come back to it and you hate it,
Nostalgia is mostly a lie.
But can you still love the parts of yourself that loved it?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
But nostalgia is mostly a lie because you are more susceptible to happiness than your more intelligent self later.
yep. Because when you
So then when you rediscover
Bang.
it, you're discovering that purest, most excitable form of life. When
When
you were
you're
younger, you
originally-
were so excited for life.
yeah.
The world was so mysterious. So when you rediscover that, because as an adult, the world isn't mysterious. It's fucking, you know what it is, and it fucking sucks, man. So when you rediscover it, when you get a little bit of that excitement, that's what the world used to feel like.
Oh man, it's scary though, isn't it? Because it's like we revolve around technology, whereas we should be. When you go to the beach and you hang out with your boys, and it just isn't the same as how you did used to hang out 4 or 5
Because
years
the
ago.
world was so
it's just not the
exciting
same
back then.
and it feels forced. And you're hanging out with your boys at the beach, and then it's almost like, oh yeah. So
It's like you're hanging
whereas
out.
back then it used to be
Because
so,
here's the thing. As an adult, you're hanging out to relive the moments you had as a kid instead of creating new ones that are just as good.
It's also a thing of like the ultimate happiness is staying present. Those things that have happened in your past, you need to enjoy, and you need to enjoy the fact that that was your past, not anymore.
Whether you want it or not, you will change. Whether you need it or not, you will change. Or whether you like it or not, you will change, and you will grow apart from people that you were once very close to.
And that's okay.
And
As
Jack-
long as you are staying true to the truest form of you.
But will you?
penis.
As long as you keep penis in your life, whether you're a woman, a man, gay or straight, as long as there are penises around.
Oh, I just got vodka on my cock.
This is the final.
Countdown.
Final
review.
one. Jack, gone.
This better be a hectic one, or else I'm gonna bust a nut.
Oh.
Who is the most autistic?
Fuck that out.
Well,
Well.
Holy dolly.
don't pretend.
I feel like
Truthful. Be truthful.
Just a thing.
there are
He
two
already
ways
knows
it
the
could go.
answer.
No. There are two ways it could go. Dude, there are two ways
That's
it
true.
could go.
That's true.
So there's autistic in terms of who is the most detached from emotions to the point where everything is logical in the terms of autism. That is Blakey boy. Who is the most detached from social constructs? in the fact that they will behave how they see fit, regardless of who's around, in which case that is George. So it's like, that is my honest answer.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
For Blake, like, an example is when we have a creative dispute, you don't give a fuck what I'm feeling. You'll say whatever the fuck you're thinking. That can make it very hard for me to then be true to how I respond to that, because that gets me fucking angry. So then it's like, so your autism is the fact that you don't care about what people are thinking because what matters is logic. And I agree with that. But I still have the emotions that go with it.
Can I defend myself real quick? I feel like it's like, for the most part of the value of what we're talking about is more the general consensus.
Sorry, George is laughing. I'm sorry. I agree with what you were saying, but George laughing made that hilarious.
Again, I butted in with my logic. So.
I was thinking,
okay. Yeah.
I was thinking of something completely.
Oh, what?
That's George's point. That's
exactly what I said. Regardless of social constructs, you will do whatever is George.
Yeah. So, well, no shot is necessary, but let's break this down.
Yeah.
I was thinking about,
What were you thinking about, George?
I was thinking about the time. Oh man, we had two. So I work with event company, and the two boys that showed up.
The Karen boys came over.
Blake was describing something, and then he just looked at me. Blake blanked out, and he was holding coffee, and he was staring at me. And I remember going like, and Blake was like,
Why does that come to mind?
for some reason, when you were talking about autism, I was like, well, that was autistic.
So on a standard sense, I would say people think George is more autistic, but I would say that, Blake, you're probably more autistic. So it's like...
in terms of like critical thinking?
So like to explain that is that the behaving without exact social cue reading appears as more autistic.
That's true,
But when the emotions are separated so much more with the logistics with you than it is for George. Mm-hmm. So in which case, I'd say you're more autistic, but George appears more autistic. That's my answer.
I would agree with you, Jack.
I'd agree. I don't know who's got the real answer to that.
It's up to you, Snags.
Oh my God, it's 10 o'clock.
We got to be at Paramount in 3 minutes.
Paramount?
3. Well, guys, that was a very
holy
revealing.
fuck.
That was a revealing episode.
How much of what you have just heard is in versus what we
And
know
you know what,
in
boys?
this episode is up to you.
I've enjoyed all of our chats.
Now it's time to hear from our audience. Here is our audience comments. And first of all, we're going to visit YouTube.
Nice.
Our comment on episode 21, nearly defecating on my girlfriend's dad, is boys, hood or chop gang?
Do we want to explain this one for the audience?
Hood, when you
Not as
pull your
specific.
foreskin over your penis, it's considered like the hoodie. And if it's chop, which means you cut off that hoodie.
And you don't have a hood.
You
You don't have a hood anymore.
Apparently,
So,
that's
boys,
the cleaner option.
Do we give off circumcision or uncircumcised energy? Which energy do we give off?
I don't know if your
I can answer
personality
that.
trait is
I feel
based
like
off of
I feel like-
your hood or not.
All three of us are uncircumcised.
I would have said we're circumcised energy.
No.
Because uncircumcised guys are more natural. They're
So
less
you're
likely to
circumcised,
take
Jack?
adventurous risks.
You're circumcised?
No, I got my hood, bro. I've got
Okay.
all my nerves.
I
I
got
want
my
to
hood.
feel everything.
Yeah, I got my hood.
I
Yeah.
got my hood.
Yeah, we like to feel.
George was right.
I was right.
Yeah, you were right.
What,
but I
what,
feel
led
like
you, what led you to that?
I'd say the energy we give off is more of uncircumcised energy.
What?
'Cause they've lost-
Uncircumcised energy? Is that a thing?
Yeah, because they've been cut. So they're like, they just do whatever because it's like, oh, well, I've lost most of my nerves anyway.
You don't
There are
lose
so many
nerves.
There are so many nerves in the foreskin.
Oh, yeah, heaps.
People who have their foreskin come sooner because there's so many more nerves, you feel it more. Uncircumcised, you last so much longer.
Oh,
But isn't it the head of the penis that?
Nah.
There's so many nerves.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening in, and I hope this was comprehensible.
So imagine if spaghetti. I did have a crazy thought. Can I just spew it real quick and then we'll end the episode? I was watching a Vsauce video about he got a bunch of humans to mimic the neurons of a brain, and he created a human brain in a football field. So each
How many
human-
humans were there?
400.
400.
Each human either sat down or stood up depending on the input they received.